talk to you. The borough is open 7 days a week. Stop by for an application. Our sister restaurant, Il Cino Italiano, is also hiring line cooks, expos, and bartenders. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. The Borough Restaurant on Front Street and Il Cino Italiano on West Corbett Avenue, both in Swansboro.
Modern Exterminating 627 College Street, Jacksonville has proudly been serving the pest control needs of Onslow and surrounding counties since 1952. That's 70 years of protecting the health and property of our citizens from rodents, mosquitoes, and all other pests. Modern Exterminating offers inspection without obligation. Being authorized to serve government quarters, Modern Exterminating takes this opportunity to thank those who serve and allowing us to handle all your pest control needs. If what they use don't step them, they'll trap them. And if you're not satisfied, they'll step on them. The bug stops here. Modern Exterminating, family owned and operated since 1952. Call today, 910-455-5122. That's 910-455-5122 for Modern Exterminating.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
It's not for everyone, only for you. The medication your doctor prescribes is exclusively yours to take as directed. Nobody else should be taking it. It's up to you to keep your medication secure and to safely dispose of any unused medications. Don't let anyone take what's yours. Your prescription, your responsibility. Be aware, don't share. Lock your meds.
Supported by NCDHHS, Division of Mental Health, Developmental Disabilities, and Substance Abuse Services. Visit lockyourmeds.org/NC.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
We're back just for a minute or so here, but anyway, Senator Thom Tillis and a bunch of other Republican senators sent a letter over to Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer suggesting that instead of taking a week off, we don't have a budget. We've got a temporary budget. Mm-hmm. And the government will face another shutdown on November 17th.
Yeah.
5 weeks away.
Yeah.
Now, it's been a week,
yeah.
a full week since they passed that little interim budget.
Yeah.
Have they done anything? Have they moved forward? Are they waiting until the last minute again?
No,
Yes.
They will not do anything until they elect a Speaker of the House. Even though Patrick McHenry is the temporary one, they've got to give those that are wishing to run for that position a chance to put in their bid, do their stuff, and then they're supposed to come back Tuesday and begin voting on Speaker of the House. Now, I will say in their defense that the last couple weeks, they were there to like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, around the clock, just about.
Well, so what? That's their job.
I know that's their job, but you know what? They gave them a couple days off. It'll be fine. They'll come back Tuesday.
They don't work much as it is, so let's be real here.
Well,
these people take more time off than
you would
I've
probably
ever seen.
feel different though if you had been in there, because I watched a lot of live videos with a lot of the representatives, throughout the evening and all that, and
what are they accomplishing?
Nothing. They get paid big bucks. I agree.
To accomplish
and
nothing?
it's part of their job.
But they also don't, if you go back and count how much they work in terms of up there sitting in that room casting votes, they don't do it a whole lot.
No, they don't. But
so I don't want to hear their whining about working when all of us little peons work our butts off every day.
When was it McCarthy was voted out? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? When was it this past week?
Monday, maybe Tuesday.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And they'll be back Tuesday, so they're taking off a whole 5 days.
The Senate, Tillis and 16 other senators want Schumer to keep the thing in session until they can get their part of the budget approved.
Right.
Then it will go to the House.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the House can do with it spend their time with it. But the Senate needs to stay in session
Mhm.
until
Well,
they get this done. I agree with Tillis on this
I agree
one.
with Tillis 100%.
I firmly believe that they'll get back in next week, the House, pick a new speaker. They'll debate, yell, scream, and holler and fight for a couple weeks. The new budget it'll go in a time.
Well, the new budget can't go to the House until the Senate approves it.
Well, the Senate doesn't have to be in a hurry right now because there is no House in session.
I'd go ahead and have it done and ready.
Yeah, get her done.
That's
Get
what
all
I
the-
say. Have it
They
done and
will.
ready.
They will.
I think that's what Tillis must be thinking, him and his group
Yeah,
over
I
there.
know.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
In my opinion, it should have already been done.
It should have been done.
But you see what happened when McCarthy crossed the aisle? He got ousted. Got ousted by 8 Republicans.
Ridiculous.
Took 15 votes to get him in and 1 vote to take him out.
Yeah, totally ridiculous. So let's take another break. You're live and local Real Talk. We'll be right back.
This is Jacksonville High School Cardinal football head coach Bo Williams. Catch all the Cardinal gridiron action throughout the season right here on WSME Freedom 97.1 FM and 1120 AM in Jacksonville, Camp Lejeune, and home of the Brave.
Coastal Bank and Trust thanks you for allowing us the privilege of handling all your banking needs, including personal and commercial loans to mortgage services. With locations in Jacksonville, Holly Ridge, Richlands, and Morehead City, Coastal Bank and Trust truly is a community bank dedicated to those we serve and is proud to be a part of the continued growth of Onslow, Carteret, and surrounding counties, and looks forward to meeting you. Thank you for voting us the best of the best 5 years in a row. FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Half-cut, boneless strip loin is only $8.99 a pound. Beef back ribs, $2.99 a pound. A 2-pound bag of fully cooked hot wings is only $6. Boneless chuck roast, $4.99 a pound. Whole Boston butt, $1.59 a pound. Jumbo pack fried drumsticks are only $1.19 a pound. How about 10 pounds or more fresh ground beef for $2.99 a pound? And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, and they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Over in produce, you get a 1-pound container of fresh strawberries for just $2.99. You get a 2-pound bag of Western apples for just $2.99. Black, white, or red seedless grapes are only $2.99 a pound. Caramel or candy apples with nut, just $1.99 each. How about a 3-pound bag of navel oranges for just $4.99? Delicious rutabagas are only 99 cents a pound. And red delicious or pink lady apples are just $1.99 a pound. And you get 2 8-packs of the 12-ounce size Cocoa Sprite for just $9. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where things cost less. Down the street on Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the pig.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor Service Agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843. Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Yeah, to add a little bit more information to what I was just talking about with the Senate and the House. The House already decided they're not going to take their October vacation time until this whole thing is done. Now, the Senate has not made that decision, and that's what Tillis and the senators are screaming about.
Right.
They want themselves to do exactly what the House of Representatives is doing. So anyway,
You want to talk about how things get blown out of proportion?
how's that?
I was sent a TikTok video. I had to laugh.
You were sent a
I
TikTok
was sent
video?
a TikTok video by a friend, and it was an interview. The news was doing an interview with Matt Gaetz,
Mhm.
and they showed different people walking by. They showed this one representative walk by, and if you watch it enough, my impression is that he kind of maybe patted Matt Gaetz like, "Hey, bud," or whatever as he walked by. This guy that did the TikTok, he was going off saying that this representative purposely shoulder bumped
we
Matt
talked about that
Gaetz
the
and
other day.
stuff. You know who the representative was?
Yeah.
Greg Murphy.
Yeah.
So I sent it to him. He's like, "No." I said, "It's ridiculous about how people's opinions."
Because it's people trying to stir up drama.
Yes, but I watched it. He did not do anything.
I saw the
Nothing.
video. It's nothing
Yeah,
to
you
it.
saw the video. You laughed about it, but because it was obvious, it was nothing.
Well, Rayford, because you ain't said nothing about this, have you heard about the Pentagon official charged with that dogfighting ring?
I have heard, but I don't have the details.
Well, I do right here.
Good.
12 dogs, an electrical plug with jumper cables were seized. It happened last month, but it's just being broadcast this week. Department of Defense communications official, he was charged. His name is Frederick Douglass Moorfield Jr. He's 62. He is the Deputy Chief Information Officer for Command, Control, and Communications. He's been with the DoD for 11 years. And according to a news release from the U.S. Attorney's Office in Maryland, Mr. Moorfield and a Mr. Damon Flythe, who's 49, they communicated using encrypted messaging apps to discuss how to train dogs for illegal dog fighting and how to discuss bedding and discuss dogs that had died. They used Mr. Moorfield's a DoD person. Mr. Flythe's apparently a barber. And they used the names Jihad Kennels and Razor Sharp Kennels to identify their dog fighting operation, according to the FBI. They also discussed with others across the United States how to conceal their conduct from law enforcement. So he's been doing this for 20 years.
Really?
And he was finding contenders. They have a list of dogs. The men are accused of buying, selling, delivering, possessing, training, and transporting animals for participation in animal fighting venture, all this stuff.
A lot of these dogs are stolen too for dogfighting rings.
Mm-hmm. And if convicted, they each face 5 years in prison for possessing, training, or transporting animals for participation in an animal fighting venture.
Well,
now, they appeared in federal court last week in Baltimore and were released pending trial. Now, let me see. So they recovered 12 dogs. Law enforcement carried out search warrants on September 6th. Recovered 12 dogs, veterinary steroids, training schedules, a carpet stained with blood, a dog vest with a patch of red Jihad Kennels, electrical plug with jumper cables, and a type of a device. The jumper cables is how they execute dogs that lose in dog fights. They found some dead dogs, etc. And the Pentagon said it was aware of the complaint, and now they're looking. This fool better already be fired, is what I got to say about that, first off. They've got undercover FBI that went. I mean, there's so much evidence against this guy.
See, that's a case that if I was undercover and was there watching it happen, I'm a cop, I'm a Fed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching it happen. I'm not sure that I could walk away from it to go get warrants.
This is why I couldn't do that job, because I would do my job. I would be like Charles Bronson.
Pretty much.
And so I would be a terrible undercover agent, because I would literally take the law in my own hands in something like this, child abuse cases or stuff like that. And I just know I would. I would be the worst undercover agent ever, because I would just take them all out and be done with it. It would be bad.
I cannot believe that you have anything about Commander this morning.
Let me tell you something about Polo Commander. Commander is different, and I saw he was finally moved.
He bit somebody else.
But here's what I think Commander's problem was. German Shepherds need a lot of exercise, and they have to be walked a lot. But they also, I've had German Shepherds. My sweet school that, we just had to put down a year ago next
Mhm.
month, was a shepherd. German shepherds are loyal to their immediate family. They don't
Yes.
they're not golden retrievers that I take that back.
For
My dog's
those
Demon
listening,
Golden doesn't like
Commander
anybody.
was the president's
Yeah,
dog.
it's President Biden's second
Second
German
dog, because
shepherd.
Major they had to give away too.
Because German shepherds are loyal to their immediate people only, and they really don't like anybody else. They're protective. It's what they're due. And I think that Commander, the reason he was nipping and biting at people, one, I think he was bored. Two, he was not getting enough exercise. But I also think his humans weren't, he was spending too much time with others, and they don't like that. Like, it's protect mode. And I think Commander better not have been put down.
No, he was moved off the property, and
Yeah.
someone else has him right now. But
And nobody needs to give President Biden any more German shepherds, because I don't think he has the time to
get a
spend
little
with these
dog.
dogs.
Give him a
something.
hamster.
Well, they got a cat.
Just give him a hamster.
Give me
Be
a
all right.
hamster.
They got a cat. Willow is the cat.
Well, good for them. Let's
Keep
take a
the
break.
cat.
You're live and local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1128 WSMA.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Ohio Republican Jim Jordan, a candidate for House Speaker to replace Kevin McCarthy, has former President Trump's endorsement announced on social media last night. Jordan earlier on Fox says he thinks he can bring Republicans together.
And more importantly, once we get that done, to do the work that needs to be done on the border, on crime, on inflation, on all these issues we have to address. I think I can do that. That's why I decided to run.
House Majority Leader Steve Scalise is the other declared candidate for Speaker. The September jobs report comes out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern.
According to economist surveys, U.S. employers likely added 170,000 jobs last month, which is an August stronger than expected tally of 187,000. While the unemployment rate is seen slipping to 3.7%, down from 3.8% in August.
Fox's Hillary Barsky, a strong jobs report could increase the chance of an interest rate hike to dampen inflation. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real Talk.
And we're back. Our number, if you want to weigh in on anything that we're talking about or any other topic this morning, you're free to do so. You're welcome and encouraged to do so. 910-333-0139.
Well, I got something that's going to make you happy, right?
Okay, what's that?
This is right up your alley. Something else we hadn't talked about. It came out last week. Apparently in Texas, a prisoner by the name of Billy Chemirmeri, he's 50 years old, was killed on September 19 in prison by a guy named Wyatt Busby, who's 39. So even when inmates are killed, they have to investigate.
Yeah.
So he was stabbed and beaten. So let me tell you about Mr. Chemirmeri. He was convicted of killing 22 older women in their Dallas area homes so he could steal jewelry and other valuables. And they were elderly women. So he would break into elderly women's homes, smother them, and take their valuables and stuff. Well, his cellmate apparently had enough of him.
Yeah.
And so stabbed him and beat him. Well, cellmate is 39, but he's serving a 50-year prison sentence for stabbing some man in Houston in 2016. Well, so apparently in Texas in the last month, the Department of Justice had put 100 prisons on a very rare statewide lockdown because of the rise of the number of killings inside the facility. Inmates just basically killing each other off.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason Mr. Chemirmeri was arrested was a 91-year-old woman actually survived.
Ah.
She called the police and told them this man forced his way in an apartment. She was in an independent living community for seniors. Tried to smother her and took her jewelry. Somehow, the next day, the police found him in his parking lot, a parking garage of his parking lot where he lived, and he was holding jewelry and cash. But it was just freaked that they found him. Well, he had thrown away, and they saw in this red jewelry box. They opened that box, and they went to this woman's house, and she was dead in her bedroom. A lady by the name of Lou Thea Harris. They didn't even know about her. So then they got to thinking, well, hold up. So we got one woman he suspected, he tried to kill and survived. Then they go to this house. They ended up tracking him to 22 women that he had killed. So he was a piece of crap. So they convicted him of capital murder. He kept.
Why wasn't he executed?
I don't.
This is Texas. They should do that.
He was convicted of capital murder of Miss Harris, and then had some other trial for killing Mary Brooks, who was 87. This fool kept trying to say he was innocent, but they only sentenced him to 2 life sentences with no parole. But if it's capital and it's Texas, weird. So apparently Mr. Busby, his roommate,
Florida,
said, I've had enough of you. Well, what gets me are these comments. So people are cheering Mr. Busby. They're like, why did it take a prisoner to do what the state should have done?
Right,
They're
absolutely.
Right. They're like, Mr. Busby saved the state a lot of time, double desserts for him. And they said sometimes when the courts won't do what's right, the prisoners step up. And they're like, somebody wants a 78-inch TV put in that guy's cell. And I mean, and some people are questioning, how do we send this guy some money?
Yeah.
And they're saying that prison justice just saved the taxpayers money, which is true. Like, I agree with you, Rayford. If it was capital murder and he's killing these poor women, why?
Somebody failed to do their job.
Because I thought a capital murder charge is always a death. Am I wrong?
No,
okay. Okay. Then I was wrong about that. And one more quick thing, because I know you got some. And somebody brought this up to me yesterday, which reminded me that I had it saved on my computer to talk about. This guy in Northern Virginia, none of the news has been talking about this. Last week, the story broke, and it occurred like a week before. An armed man was arrested at a Virginia church after he posted threats on Instagram. And the person that reminded me about this, they said the reason they don't think the media has said much about it is because the guy's not a white male. He is Asian. His name is, I know I'm not going to pronounce this right, R-U-Y-Yang, and I know I didn't say that right. So what happened was he went on Instagram and he posted a picture of a gun being pointed at a computer screen, and there's a spire of a white church building in the background. And then the words, beautiful old churches across America, were superimposed. Then it starts running, they start looking at his posts, and there he had made a bunch of posts, vague, but like one showed burning pages of the Bible. One showed a Pine Valley Church in Prince William County. I know exactly where that church is, actually. So, I'm sorry, Park Valley Church. So on Sunday morning, or a week ago, 2 weeks ago, he was arrested at that Park Valley Church, inside the church, with a loaded handgun, an additional magazine, wearing all black search. What happened was this woman in Maryland, a whole hour east of the church, saw his posts online, and she told him, I know this guy. She said, she called, and so the police called the Prince William County Police, and they went to the church, and they arrested this man right in the middle of the 10 o'clock service.
That works.
There were 1,000 people in the church, 300 children there. And the Fairfax County Police Chief says, I fully believe we halted the latest version of a mass killer. They said, we literally got him in the nick of time. They are fully convinced he was about to stand up and start shooting. And when security footage, he entered the church through a back door. Security personnel followed him in the big sanctuary. He sat down, and then he kind of looked around a little bit, and he got up and went through a door that said, do not enter. So the security people walked up to him, and he returned to the sanctuary and then went to the lobby. And so then more security came, and by that point, I think they were just trying to stall him just enough and corral him to get him out of the lobby. the police, Prince William County Police and Sheriff's Office, they showed up. And he was in possession of a folding knife and a folding card style knife, which I still don't know what that is.
It's one you can carry in your pocket, and it looks, you're sneaky with it. It's a little pen knife.
It gets better. So they found out that he had attended this church a couple of times, and they think now is reconnaissance over the summer. It's like, why did he choose this church? Because he apparently stated somewhere that he believed that government employees attended that church. And so that's who he was trying to target. Yeah. So he was given a defender, and his first court date is October 11th. And like they said, like the DA's office and the police said, it was a victory because somebody saw something and they said something. Right? That's what you said.
See something, say something.
And they said, and all the law enforcement got involved, and they are so thankful.
Yep.
And they went to his house and got a whole bunch of documents, electronics, and letters and stuff. He staked out to church pre-dawn on Sunday morning. I mean, he had intent, they said, and he was armed. And the police chief guy said that he arrived at the church with a mission, and they said we fully need to take out a lot
now
of
they're
people.
going to have to prove it.
Yeah, but
Hopefully,
so anyway,
hopefully he's got it documented somewhere.
he did. Apparently, he was dumb enough to write his stuff down, which is cool.
Well, I mean, what his intents are, not just a bunch of churches.
Yeah. Well, apparently it's to kill employees of the government.
Going to the local scene.
Okay.
Yesterday, 2 of our hospitals in the east received bomb threats by email.
Yep.
Carteret County and Craven County hospitals. And they had to go through. The report was found after they
I
went
think
through
Cherry
their-
Point also did it not.
Right. I'm not sure about Cherry Point. I know Carteret and hospitals did. And they had to go through the whole procedure and everything, and that the threats were not credible.
How do you
do by
you
email?
cannot
I mean,
even evacuate.
Well, yeah, I know that always makes me wonder, because what if you're in the middle of surgery or
They're just trying to get everybody out of a hospital.
Yes.
How many beds
That
do
must
they
have
have?
been a
150.
chaotic scene.
And
I guess you
where
just
would
do
you
the
go
best
with
you can.
where would you go with them?
Across the street in the parking lot. I don't know. And something else we never talked about. Northside High School a couple of weeks ago was adopted by some Marines from the air
saw that.
station. And and what will happen is the Marines have Aircraft Group 26. They're in partnership now with North School, and they'll be attending a lot of the functions and games and helping. And I think that's a great opportunity to mentor young kids like that.
Absolutely.
So
Are they
that's
coming
good
in
to
by
see.
helicopter?
You just hung up on that. But we have a lot of good organizations here in Onslow County, like MENAC and several others that are really working with a lot of the youth in the area. And hopefully next week we'll have a lady that's in charge of the Jacksonville City Youth Council coming in on the show. I need to, confirm that. But it's good to see the community coming together to help our students.
Totally agree.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back from this weather break, there's somebody that is calling for Trumpers to be deprogrammed.
What?
Your Local Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Don't get too far from your radio, because we will be right back.
Freedom 97.1 WSME with Jacksonville Cardinal High School football.
Be sure to tune to WSME Freedom 97.1 FM and worldwide WSME971.com tonight as the Cardinals travel to Havelock to take on the Rams of Havelock High School. Pre-game 6:30 with Jerry Allen and Bob Warlick bringing you all the action with the kickoff at 7 p.m., followed by the Golden Corral post-game report. Jacksonville High School football is made possible by the following fine sponsors: National Dodge, Golden Corral, Modern Exterminating, Jacksonville Heating Contractors, CNS Paint, Bartley Insurance Services, Bill Mercer, JOEMC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Bob Mills Mitsubishi, Coastal Bank Trust, Heating and Air Conditioning, Bradley's Jewelers, Lane Family Dentistry, and Southern Touch Painting and Maintenance. Hurricane season is here, and if you're not prepared, now's the time to visit Williams Hardware, 37B Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza, in Moorhead City. Whether for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Williams Hardware has the tools and accessories to help protect against high winds and water. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies. Williams Hardware, your handy hardware store, also cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill for Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza in Moorhead City. Williams Hardware is open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158, and be prepared this hurricane season.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only carpet protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it, we stand behind it.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
You know, I'm sure you guys have had it. I've had it. Go by a store somewhere and there's a certain thing that's on sale, and I read about it in the newspaper or in some of those ads or whatever.
Used to.
We used to. But anyway, I read about it and say you need to go by and check that out. And then by the time you do, it's gone. Yeah. It's too late. Same thing's happening down at Tideline Marine. We've told you about it. We told you about this wonderful, gorgeous boat down there. Is the Aloha pontoon boat, the one with the upper deck for sunning or fishing or whatever you want to do up there. And then a sliding board. You want to chill? You could get on a sliding board and slide all the way down into the water. That could be a lot of fun. Not while the boat's moving, of course. You don't want to do that. But anyway, it looks like it's pretty well likely going to be gone. Somebody's extremely interested in it, and they're working out with Tideline right now a trade. They're going. If you've got a boat, and even if it's a good boat, but you just want something better,
right,
more extravagant, more plush.
Can you give me a little information about the buyer? Like, is he single? They live close by.
Oh, no.
I just want to go out on the boat.
I will know a little bit more about him. This will be the second boat that he's bought there because he's going to trade in the first one that he bought if it comes to fruition.
Oh, nice.
So you guys stay tuned. If it doesn't happen, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Because and then y'all can get together.
I'm going to put it on layaway.
There you go. Put it on layaway. Yeah, just like at Walmart, right?
Yeah, right.
Anyway, they've got those, but that's not the only Aloha boat they've got. They got some others there too, and they will be getting more in. And there are other boats. Well, there are some offshore and inshore and nearshore fishing boats, fiberglass center consoles, beautiful boats, all gorgeous boats. And then there's the Lund fishing boat. That is made for inshore. Just in the it'll float on a wet napkin. It's really cool. It's a good little boat.
Yeah.
And in fact, we took one offshore one day just to say we did. It's a John boat.
Right.
It's a nice John boat.
I know what John boat does. Yeah.
But anyway, they work out. Plenty of boats there on the lot. Go by and take a look. See, there are a few used ones. You'll enjoy it, and stop by the ship store and take a look around too. If you haven't been there lately, you're going to be absolutely surprised at the change. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street, on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville, where American-made, American power rules. Check it out. Don't wait until it's too late. Weekend's going to be a little dicey offshore. Near shore is going to be okay. Small craft advisory in effect through Sunday morning. Good news is that today winds will be from the northeast, 10 to 15 knots. Seas 4 to 6 offshore, 3 to 4 near the beach. Don't worry about it. Okay. Dominant period 9 seconds. That means the waves, even offshore, are far apart, so you should have no trouble getting through the inlet. Better news for those in search of reds and specks. The sounds and rivers will have nothing but a moderate chop. Tomorrow, northwesterly winds 5 to 10, increasing to 10 to 15, gusts to 25 in the afternoon. 4 to 6 footers, except again 3 to 4 near shore. Dominant period 9 seconds. Sounds and rivers a light chop in the morning, increasing to a moderate chop in the afternoon. Wrapping up the weekend forecast. Sunday, northwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 4 to 6, 2 to 3 near shore. They will be coming down Sunday afternoon. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop. If you're looking for Spanish near shore or redfish and speckled trout inside, this is your weekend.
Well, today, partly sunny, high of 81. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 62 with no wind. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 76. That's going to be the warmest day of the weekend. Warm and gusty. Tomorrow night, it gets cold, mostly clear, low of 46. And then on Sunday, sunny, but a high of only 66. And then Sunday night, clear, low of 44.
Kelly's going to have her flannel pajamas.
I'm telling you, dig them out.
I'll tell you, last weekend I decided to change over the clothes in my closet. Get the winter stuff out, hang it up, put the summer away. And then I got thinking, I said, wait a minute, the official announcement has been made. Now, if any of y'all know Commissioner Mark Price,
yes,
you wait for his announcement.
That's true.
To change into the long sleeve. So I called him.
That's true. Okay. What did he
said,
say?
Have you made the announcement yet?
He
goes, no, we still have some time left. So I was like, okay. So I had to cease operations, put stuff away, and was sitting by waiting for Commissioner Price to make the official announcement.
So what do you do in December when you've got all this long sleeve and all this cold weather stuff out, and it gets to be 75 degrees on Christmas Eve? I've seen it many times.
I always keep a drawer full of summer clothes, like shorts and T-shirts and things.
You don't just dump them and throw them away.
No.
I just keep mine hanging up in my closet, so I just can go grab whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
what you got? Let's hear about this.
A wannabe president, former wannabe president.
Okay.
She's called in her CNN interview. She has called for formal deprogramming for many supporters of former President Trump.
What the heck does that even mean? Like, what is that?
Well, I guess you're going to make a robot out of him or something.
What, Stepford wife or something?
Yeah. She contrasted.
I'm going to need the video.
She contrasted what she called the sane part of the GOP caucus who helped prevent a government shutdown with the cult wing devoted to Trump. She said those 8 people that voted, the Republicans that voted with the Democrats last week, they're the sane group of the GOP. So the GOP's only got, of all the members, 200 plus members in Congress, they've only got 8 people that are sane, according to this woman.
So
right?
she's saying the 8 that voted with the Democrats are the sane ones.
They're the sane ones. All the others are members of the cult.
Trump cult. Okay.
I do have to say that sometimes, like my sister and I were talking about this, and the conspiracy theories, like on social media, the craziness some people just put out there, the craziness of politics. And we were just sitting there wondering, like, maybe we're the crazy ones. Maybe we just don't see it. It makes you wonder sometimes, because I'm like,
doesn't make me wonder.
There was a lot of social media talk about the emergency broadcast system.
Oh, a whole lot. I saw the memes.
And I take a different side and view to it. I didn't have a problem with it. I have very good friends that did. I respect their opinion like they respect
Why
mine.
did they have a problem with it?
Well, there was just a lot of people who believe that the government's trying to control us.
Wait a minute now. Let me explain something
Well-
to you young'uns here, okay?
What?
I don't know that we do it anymore, but at one point in time, up until, even I know in the 90s and the early 2000s, there was a required weekly test of the emergency broadcast system
Yeah,
by
every week.
radio and TV stations. Each and
I don't know
every
that it's
one
every
of them.
week, but I have heard it.
Yeah, it used to be a long time ago.
It
Well,
was.
even
that
now,
was
I
the-
heard it like a month ago or
Yeah.
so on watching TV. It came on.
Did
It
it?
scared my dog, Jack.
Yeah.
But I don't know that it's every week, but
No.
it does periodically
It
happen.
used to be every week. We had it in the log on radio and TV stations that I've worked at, and so it was there.
Mhm.
I did a different one time.
Okay.
I just recorded it for fun. Unfortunately, it almost got on the air.
Oh, jeez. Of course you did.
I'm trying to
Oh,
remember
sure,
exactly how that
cause a
was.
huge panic. Isn't that like
This is
pulling
a test
fire
of the
alarm?
this is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
Uh-huh.
If this had been an actual emergency, my recording, you would have been instructed to sit down in between your knees and kiss your bye-bye.
Oh my! I'm very glad you did not do that.
I did it, but
Very
I almost got on the air. Somebody almost put it on the air. not
Talking
me.
about emergency
What in the world,
broadcast
Raven?
signals, et cetera, et cetera. Kelly, did you see what the newest Halloween craze costume is this year?
No, what is it?
The fire alarm.
No way. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh my word!
good
No,
Lord. Yes.
no.
Hey, sad news. Dick Buckus
He died. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
he
NFL
did.
legend.
Mhm.
80 years
he was
of
a legend.
age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember after he retired from football, he was on some shows and a couple movies as a bit hard. Sad to see that.
Okay, we're going to be on the air for a little longer this morning than normal.
Okay.
We're going to run into the 9 o'clock hour for a
Are
little
we
while.
going to go studio to studio?
No, not right now.
Okay.
But they're working on something across town, so we will remain on the air live
Well,
until we
happy
get the
Friday
word.
for us.
Until we get the word to go away.
That's more crooked news stories.
Well, I have to leave at 9 because I have to be at work.
Well,
I
you
have-
can, but
yeah,
we got now.
yeah,
we
y'all can do your thing. Yeah, I can do the dumb quick news. but I've
The
got
lady
to do
that
it.
I was talking about, and I use the term loosely, who is calling for formal deprogramming for supporters of President Trump, is none other than Hillary Clinton. If anybody had wanted to guess,
Why does that not even surprise me? I don't
You
know.
have
I
to
guess
bring
it
her
does a
name up.
little bit. I don't know why that does, but yikes.
Yep.
I
So-
just, Lord, I don't know what
Well,
to say.
according to Trump, she's beautiful, Hillary.
the old
She's
gray
what?
mare.
She's beautiful, Hillary. And he's reserving the crooked for Biden now. He's crooked Biden, and she's beautiful, Hillary.
Oh
Yeah.
my!
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh well,
Well, I've
whatever.
got some good dumb crook news.
Let's do
just
some
start
dumb
it.
crook news.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about some.
And we
dumb
have to
crooks.
start in Florida because it
Why
wouldn't be
not?
dumb crook news if I didn't.
It
But
wouldn't be
this is a
Friday.
wild.
Just tell me it's funny.
No, it's the Villages, Florida. I don't know where that is. It's it's Central Florida. It's a This just took place last month. It's a retirement community. It's been in the news a lot, just
Mhm.
so y'all know. They've had a lot of problems there. The Villages has 80,000 full-time residents. Okay, a 77-year-old man has been arrested by the federal authorities for he bought more than $1,800 of erectile dysfunction drugs without a prescription, and he was
Where did
planning.
he get it?
I will get to that. You're going to love this. He was planning to sell them in the massive, retirement community of the Villages and other places to the elderly residents.
Mhm. Good for him.
He pleaded not guilty, and he has decided or agreed to have his case heard before a magistrate instead of a jury. I don't know what that even means.
He's
But
not going to have a jury trial.
if he's convicted, he faces up to a year in federal prison and a fine of $10,000.
Mhm.
So he ordered these online.
Okay, from
somebody online that sells
From Canada, probably.
it didn't say where he got them from, but they were I guess the reason the federal government got involved because it was interstate commerce. So, and this apparently this community, this retirement community, which 80,000 people live at, is like, it's got a lot going on, Rayford. There have been rumors over the past of swingers, public sex in the thing, high rates of STDs. There's 3 counties that contain the villages, apparently. Yeah, this place is big. Apparently, if you're going to retire in Florida, this is probably where somebody needs to go. They got it going on.
I thought you retired to get some rest.
I mean, they've got like even this photo of all the people are driving their little golf carts. It's like a whole community. It's got.
Are they all naked?
No, these
You are so hung up on that.
What, naked?
As Tim would say, they're naked under their clothes.
Naked under the clothes.
Yeah, they no, these people have clothes. They're like they're about to go golfing, but yeah. But I mean, this guy, he is just. I don't know how he thought he couldn't be caught, but he was going to make some money. And even though he only paid $1,800, I guarantee you he was going to make more than $1,800.
I wonder how many pills did he got?
Didn't
for
say.
$1,800?
It just said. It did not say. The article does not say. I don't know. Enough, but it's still a misdemeanor though, because one, probably because it's Florida, but yeah. But I guess he just felt like the retirement community needed the Viagra. I'm assuming it's Viagra.
I want to talk about it real quick. I just want to bring up something. There's a program I watch on the weekends, and it's like past prime time hours.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the commercials we talked about, the one commercial with the polishing stuff and all that you can get for a man. Well, now they're doing these commercials about an ailment that men suffer, and they're using carrots.
Oh my Lord! Who writes these commercials?
I'm just sitting there going like,
what?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure some of our listeners probably know what I'm talking
I know
about.
exactly what you're talking about. Now I'm going to make me want to watch that show just to see the commercials.
I'm just like, where are they getting this stuff, and why am I watching it?
Because you're just like, really? In Maryland. So this happened a couple months ago this year. So in Waldorf, Maryland, on May 16th, actually, day after my birthday, police were given, someone called and said, hey, there's these two Hyundais that are occupied, people in them, in a business parking lot, and they just seem out of place. They didn't say why they thought that. So the police showed up. As they tried to show up, the vehicles, quote, bolted, and then they stopped at a nearby parking ride, and the suspects exited the car and ran and tried to hide. So there was 2 adults, an 18 and 21-year-old, and then 4 juveniles were arrested and taken down to the police station. So the 2 adults were charged with theft and unauthorized use of a vehicle. And one, at the time of this, was released, but the other was detained. The juveniles were hit with similar charges, but because they were juveniles, they weren't named. So a guardian and then 2 other females came to the police station to pick up the 4 juveniles. When the guardian, the trio, and the 4 juveniles left, somehow the cops discovered that the car that dropped them off to go pick up the kids was also stolen. So they're like, okay. So the 2 women were both 18, and then a juvenile female were later arrested. They were charged with theft of the car, writing a false name, and unauthorized use of a vehicle. They do not know which woman was the juvenile's guardian. So the 3rd stolen car, now granted, all have been stolen.
Mm-hmm.
It was also a Hyundai, so they're still in Hyundais. Drove away from the police station, and it almost hit a police officer. So the cops went after it, and there was a 19-year-old driving that one. And so he tried to run from the cops. So he was charged with first-degree assault, second-degree assault, theft, unauthorized use of a vehicle, and giving a false name. Now, the 3 juveniles were arrested. Let me back up. So in that car, now remember, we've already had the 4 before.
Right.
Now we got another car came to the aid. So 3 juveniles in that one were also charged with theft, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. And one of them is a 16-year-old with active arrest warrants in his name. And the other one of the arrestees was a 13-year-old girl who had been reported missing in another county. So the police are like, man, we got a whole bunch of things, happening on this day and time, and got a bunch of people arrested. And, they figured out real quick that Hyundais are easy to steal. So, that was just a good time for all of them to have. Colorado, which we don't hear a lot about Colorado. A guy, robberies. Why? Why do you attempt them? Everybody has cameras. Okay, let me start with that.
That's true. Cameras everywhere.
So this guy walked, of all the places you can rob, he wanted to rob an e-cigarette store.
Why?
I agree. So he walked in the store on September 2nd and attempted to take out what he said was a gun, but it was like a BB gun.
Mm-hmm.
He had just taken the little orange cap thing out of it. Well, for whatever reason, when he tried to pull it out, it flew over the counter.
Oh, no.
So the clerk grabs it. So, and there's video. Remember, these places have cameras.
Right.
So the police were laughing because the video says the surprise on the suspect's face as that gun travels over the counter. Now, remember, this guy had to know this was a fake gun.
Right.
He knew it. So he attempts to climb over the counter, and for whatever reason, he changes his mind. But then he runs out the back door. Then he's seen on camera. He lost his pants. His pants fell. So he struggled to get out of the store.
They weren't his
What
pants.
a total moron. So the clerk locks the door. So anyway, the police show this video on the air trying to say, okay, does anybody know who this guy is?
Mhm.
Of course, shock there. Somebody knew it. So they called it and got it in. And because the owner of the store, this guy, he's like, look, he said, I don't want to downplay the seriousness of an armed robbery, but the guy really does belong in the world's dumbest criminals. He needs to find a new career. And he said the store policy is to give suspected armed robbers whatever they want. But he said also in this situation, the clerk reacted appropriately. Hey, the gun flew over the counter, landed at the clerk's feet. Fair game, buddy.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
His best bet was to have turned around and left right then and there.
Crime. Yes.
Oh my
Dude, you're a terrible robber in general.
Right.
All right, I know we got to take a break. Let's do our break.
All right, you're live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
All right, here we go to this Freak D's, and don't forget about Sports Talk with Chris Rayner. Friday mornings at 9 a.m. Great interviews, the latest in local, college, and pro sports. Chris Rayner is number one. Find Chris right here on Freedom 97.1 and 1120 a.m. WSME.
It's summertime. No schedules, no stress, and no cooking. The Burrow Low Country Kitchen has got you covered. Order a Carolina-style seafood boil to go. Sausage, potatoes, corn, with your choice of shrimp, crawfish, lobster, clams, mussels, crab legs, or a mixture. Seafood boils also make great party pleasers. Grab a quick lunch of Philly cheesesteaks, Italian sausage, fish tacos, and more. Dine in or take out. Curbside or dockside pickup. The Burrow Low Country Kitchen. Corner of Front and Moore Streets in downtown Swansboro. Burrow Low Country Kitchen.com.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their write your own. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and pay top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for fall, and you should be too. With Cub Cadet, zero turns, lawn tractors, and walk-behind lawnmowers from Cub Cadet are engineered with premium features, leaving you with a well-manicured lawn. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and unlock the possibilities of your yard with Cub Cadet. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1. 11:20 a.m. WSME.
And back to the world of crooks and all that sort of good
Yeah.
stuff. We go with Kelly.
All
Kelly's Crooks.
We're going to Alaska.
Crooks.
Boy, you really have to stretch
I know.
for this one, don't you?
I'm telling you. So, and Raven, I'm sorry, but I believe this guy is the dumbest of the dumb for a while. 5 years ago, this man had robbed a bank. Let me go back. Let me make sure I got. All right. Wait a minute. I got to make sure I'm reading this right first, because I think there's no way I'm reading what I think I'm reading. Okay. 5 years ago, this man named Michael Gale Nash had went to a bank. What an idiot. At the First National Bank in Anchorage.
Mm-hmm.
And he went wearing black jeans, black boots, black car jacket, and a black cap. Went up to the bank, started violently pulling on the door. The employee said the bank would not open for another hour, but he stood his ground, and this is how dumb this guy is. This is what happened the first
He
time.
waited for an hour to rob the bank.
It gets
till
better.
it would open.
So they said, so he passed this. This is where the dumb starts to come in. This is from, 5 years ago. So he passed a note that said, "This is a robbery. Put the money in the bag and I will walk out. This is a robbery. God help us all." Now remember, he is on one side of a locked door.
Yeah.
And they are on the other.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, oh God, how dumb is. So on the note at that time, and his birth date put on the back of the note. Okay. Well, this time he managed to go into a bank. Now it's been 5 years. So someone must have got attempted robbery charges, I guess. It doesn't really say, because he only 5 years later he does what he does, not what just the newest thing. So he must, I guess, because they laughing at him through the door, he didn't get charged with robbing a bank. I really don't know. It doesn't say. It's a little unclear about that part. So he goes to the bank, manages to pass a note, and this time gets money. Robbery. Goes outside the bank and is counting his money.
Good boy.
That's how he got caught. What a moron. I mean, so I think this time he's clearly going to get more. Oh, it's better. A nervous and stuttering Matt Nash rejected the bank officer's plea for him to, to leave and call the police. So this is, oh my Lord, this gets better. The FBI got involved. Okay, yeah, because when the Anchorage police showed up, because he's like, call the police. And they're like, okay. So he's putting handcuffs. He starts telling the police this is not the first time he robbed a bank.
No, it's a good boy.
So then that's when they did an FBI check on him and found out what he had done. And he had been arrested, charged, and convicted for robbing that very same bank back in 2018. This time he got $400. It gets better. Oh no, he wrote the same note again this time. I'm sorry, I am wrong. This will hold up. Please put the money they want in the bank. God help us. For it was a completed form for affordable housing. Oh my Lord. Okay.
Okay, now in Wilmington, they had a guy go in Market Street Bank. I forgot which bank it was. About 5th and Market area. He hands them a note. This is a bank robbery. This is a stick up, whatever he said. Give me all your money. Well, they gave it to him. They kept the note.
Yeah.
It was written on his deposit slip from his account at another bank.
What?
And they went over to the other bank, and he was depositing the money that he just got from this bank into his account.
Now, see, that is dumb. What do you even say to that? Like, seriously, what do you say?
Another one took a cab to rob a bank there on Carolina Beach Road. Took a taxi.
Oh yeah, people do that a lot.
And he got down, got this money, got back in the cab, and spotted the cab. They knew it was a yellow taxi, and so they just made the call, and they dropped him off at a bar at Carolina Beach.
Nice.
So that was an easy. Just go by. You can finish your beer, but come on with us.
Yeah. Well, real quick, and we're going to take just a few seconds because it's England, and this is just dumb, and they got what they deserved. You know what a smash and grab is, basically, where they run through like a jewelry store and they smash. Well, it was a gang of them. They ran into a jewelry store. It took them only 10 seconds. There was enough of them. It was 3 of them, but they went to a jeweler. They had axes. They masked axes. They smashed the glass cabinets, grabbed handfuls of bracelets and rings. They threw out deterrent smoke so you couldn't see them. So as the shops filled out with smoke, they leave. They get in their SUV, a Nissan Qashqai. I don't know what that is. Something they don't sell here, but anyway, some kind of SUV. Let me tell you how they got caught. Because these bumbling boobs forgot to turn off the satellite navigation on their car, and the authorities tracked them because it gets better. That turns out they had stolen the car, okay? But for whatever reason, now who did this? Put to the navigational system his own address. Did you not know how to get to your house?
There was one night I remembered where I got lost going home in the neighborhood.
I wouldn't tell that to nobody. They were 18, 23, and 18. They got 21 years because Britain don't drag out. They just sentence you and you're done. Yeah.
All right, we'll take our final break here. You're live on Local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You got right? Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for owners. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Since 1997, locally owned and operated Jersey Mike's, 301E Western Boulevard, right here in Jacksonville, has provided only the best hot and cold subs and healthy salads to our community and our military neighbors, and thanks all our customers for making Jersey Mike's a sub above. Jersey Mike's features hot and cold subs in different sizes, served Mike's way or your way, in addition to delicious, healthy salads. To place your order or for takeout, phone 910-353-8091. Once again, Sam Duran and the staff of Jersey Mike's, 301E Western Boulevard, Jacksonville, thanks them a sub above.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by them. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
I had a question about my insurance the other day, so I called my new State Farm agent. And would you believe I talked to the same person who remembered my name? They said that was called service. And then they asked if my dog Max was over his cold. They called that service too. And then they helped me find ways to save on my home and auto coverage. I asked State Farm what they called that. They said service.
Call David Hall, State Farm, 910-455-0440, 1218 Country Club Road, Jacksonville.
It's live Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, we're back, and to remind, we're going to be on the air here. We'll take a Fox News break in about 5 minutes, but after that, we're going to be on the air, extended over just a little bit longer this morning, for 5, 6, 8, 10 minutes, whatever. So you'll get to hear us a little bit longer before Sports Talk gets on.
We're taking control.
We're in charge. We're large and in charge.
Yes.
Anyway, we'll keep bringing some news. Actually, Jim Jordan has been endorsed by Donald Trump to be Speaker of the House. So a complete and total endorsement is what Trump said. Mm-hmm. And so I guess Trump no longer wants to be the Speaker.
Thank you,
that's
Lord
okay
Jesus.
MSNBC, they've got this legal analyst and who was a former Manhattan Assistant District Attorney. She took on the Attorney General for New York.
Wow.
Letitia James about her, and she gave a public condemnation of the lady, and because she had gone outside the New York City courtroom, Letitia did, and ranted about Trump. Oh yeah.
Oh no. Wait, who was this? The DA?
The Attorney General is the one.
It now.
Oh yeah, she's going to regret it. Went outside in front of a bunch of cameras and responded to Trump's attacks against her and other prosecutors on Wednesday. She went on the rampage, and the former district attorney said that was a tactical error. She should have remained silent and allowed him to open himself up to these sorts of arguments by others. And she called it a political stunt. Was using the whole court case as a political stunt.
Well,
oh my.
She should have just kept her mouth quiet.
So what are they going to do with that information?
Nothing, but you can rest assured it's just not going to work out well in front of a jury, because when the jury starts hearing that kind of information, and the defense is going to put it out there.
Absolutely.
Because this Attorney General has already said right up front, she says, I'm going to get Trump. I'm going after him.
Yeah.
Oh, she shouldn't have done that.
She shouldn't have
You
done
just don't do things like that. You know, there's judicial etiquette, and she ain't got no class apparently.
No, she pretty much sealed her fate and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was the governor of this, I probably wouldn't be doing her any favors right now.
No, you don't want to be involved with her. I can
No.
tell you.
Mm-mm.
What they were. She's speaking about Trump. Trump's comments were offensive. She said they were baseless. They were void of any facts and or any evidence. What they were comments that unfortunately fomented violence. Comments that I would describe as race baiting, and comment, unfortunately, that appeals to the bottom of our humanity. She added that the court is simply investigating Trump for fraud and claims she will not sit idly by and allow anybody to subvert the law. My goodness gracious. Okay, Trump, we all know Trump goes off.
Mm-hmm.
And as president, he shouldn't have done that. As a candidate, he should not be doing that. As a defendant, he really shouldn't be doing that. Playing those kinds of games. You sit back, shut up, and let your lawyer do the talking.
Like he went off about the judge in the case.
Yes, absolutely. That's going to burn him. The judge is not going to be on his side. You can rest assured. And I don't. Why can't the man just learn to shut up?
Could you imagine
He
that
doesn't have the
judge?
ability to.
Could you imagine walking every morning and having to say, "Good morning, Judge," after you just accused him of everything in the world and call him a racist? And oh my gosh.
The AG concluded in her message in front of the reporters, "I will not be bullied, and so Mr. Trump is no longer here. The Donald Trump show is over.
Yeah.
This was nothing more than a political stunt."
Mm.
The former assistant DA gave her assessment after watching that replay that this was the wrong move for James, who has been accused herself of using the trial in a political fashion. No
Correct.
kidding.
Yeah, I agree. I just started to say that. Yeah, you beat me to it.
I think this was a tactical error on the part of Attorney General James. She is already vulnerable to the repeated attacks that this is politically motivated, even if it is not. She opened herself up to that by campaigning on the repeated statement that she was going to go after Trump.
Yikes.
And therefore, I think this statement was not wise. She should have remained silent and allowed him to open himself up to these sorts of arguments by others rather than stepping in right here. Oh my. This is a crapshoot. It's just not cool. It's not cool at all. I don't know.
Well, I had a gentleman testify in this committee hearings that they're having concerning Trump, one of the many. And he testified that Trump shared sensitive nuclear submarine information with a Mar-a-Lago member
It would not surprise me.
who then spread that. But there was a billionaire from another country visiting, and Trump told him. So it's Australian billionaire Anthony Pratt.
Okay, let's take a break. We'll do a little Fox News here, and we'll be back on the other side of Fox News in about 60 seconds. Extended version of Live and Local Real Talk. At least two of us will.
It's the Friday version.
Yeah, the Friday version. And Sports Talk will follow that, so
Yes.
don't get lost. It'll be right there. You're Live and Local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. It's a stronger than expected monthly jobs report from the Labor Department. 336,000 jobs created in September. The unemployment rate steady at 3.8%. Ohio Republican Jim Jordan has former President Trump's endorsement as the next Speaker of the House. The other declared candidate for Speaker, Louisiana Republican Steve Scalise, says he and Trump spoke about it.
There's a lot of interest in this race, but at the end of the day, it's a lot of one-on-one conversations over the last few days I've been having with my colleagues, and a lot of introspection about how we get things back on track.
He's on Fox and Friends. The imprisoned women and human rights activist Narges Mohammadi from Iran is the year's Nobel Peace Prize winner.
We have found it paramount to, first of all, honor this very particular movement in Iran.
Barrett Rice Anderson chairs the Norwegian Nobel Committee. Mohammadi continued her activism from prison. America's Let's Say to Fox News.
And I told you we'd be back. We are. We'll be back here for a couple of minutes or so until we get the word that everything is operating, ready to go.
Yep.
So anyway.
Big reminder.
Yes.
Jacksonville football. Cardinals are playing tonight at Haviland.
Yep. And they'll be
Pre-game
talking about
show.
that. Chris Miller will be with Chris
Right.
Rayner this morning from the Jacksonville Daily News. He'll be in there and talking about sports, everything sports, high school related. Also, I want to remind you that next week, probably on Monday, hopefully we will have the paperwork in hand by then, right?
Yes.
That we'll be talking about the school board again, and a particular member, because the school system has got some issues with the part of the school board.
Right.
Yeah. So the administrative part, I think the other members of the school board have got issues with the individual as well. So there are questions out there. We've asked for answers, and they're forthcoming. So we'll just have to wait and see how that unfolds. Hopefully we'll have it ready to go by Monday. So that's something that's going to be a must see, must say, must show, must watch, and must listen show on Monday.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
And,
and I don't enjoy this kind of stuff.
No.
Because it shouldn't be happening. Therefore, we wouldn't have to talk about it. Okay, up in Virginia, Roanoke, the battle Penn swimmer Leah Thomas started about 2 years ago when the biological male swimmer proudly held firm to a NCAA Women's Swimming National Championship trophy took a twist yesterday in Virginia.
Oh, do tell.
10 members of the Roanoke College women's swim team stood up as a group to speak out for fairness in sports after a bio attempted to join their team. With their parents, supporters, and the advocates in this fight, Riley Gaines and Paula Scanlon, a former teammate of Leah Thomas, in the crowd inside a downtown Roanoke hotel, the 10 members became the first group of college teammates to speak out as a unit. Teammate after teammate walked up to the podium with a similar message. The women had been demoralized and hurt by their Division III school after they returned to campus this fall, knowing a biological male who is not being named out of the wishes of the team would be attempting to pull a Leah Thomas. My feeling, our team's feelings and comfort were blatantly ignored, and only one athlete was prioritized. That's what 19-year-old Kate Pearson said. She's one of the three team captains. Bailey Gallagher, who is the senior captain, echoed a similar message of the drama that played out at the private liberal arts school in 1900 in Salem. I felt unheard and unseen. Our comfort was undervalued and discarded. Numerous times we asked the school for support. Each and every time we were told to deal with it ourselves or told nothing at all. The school refused to give out information to our parents, and we were informed that even if our entire swim team decided to stand together and not swim in the name of the unfairness that was happening, our coach would have a one-athlete swim team, a one-person swim team.
So they got up and spoke.
Yeah.
They did it respectfully.
Yes.
They didn't riot.
Nope.
They didn't make accusations.
Nope.
They didn't.
Nope.
And what was the outcome?
Crickets from the school.
Well, that's sad, but see what
Crickets.
crickets. Yeah. I mean, I'm all for people who have issues that want to peacefully put their side of the story out there. So good for them, because I do believe it is wrong. You've got a women's sports team, like a swimming team, and then you have a was born at birth as a male and decides later on. And look, we all
pose as a female.
We all know that generally men have stronger than women do.
Generally.
Yes. unless you're a workout freak and, you could probably deadlift a man. But it's just men are built different from women. Men are different hormone, everything. And I think if I was on a women's swim team and I had somebody like that came in against me, it's hard to challenge that. Is it fair? It's a very debatable question.
Yep.
It's been a big debate. Interesting.
Some of the parents are involved, and they're upset, as you can imagine. Parents of the girls, of the ladies.
Sure.
So,
real quick, while I'm thinking about it, shout out to Dixon Bulldog JV team last night.
did they win? Good.
Yes, they did against the Pirates, and we have a young lady who's a kicker there on that JV team.
Yeah,
Sadia Oakley, and she did really well last night. So you go, girl. Those women are good at kicking things.
Yeah, kick a lot of butt too.
Yes, we
from
keep
time
that.
to time. Let's see here. There's a story about a youth football team out of Chicago.
Wow.
The team plans to protest after the city's plan to house migrants threatens to displace the program.
Right.
Residents and a Chicago official have spoken out against city plans to convert a local field house into a shelter for migrants, a move that they claim threatens to displace a youth football team. One of the Chicago aldermen, Talia Farrow, released a statement Monday confirming that he received notice the previous week that the city intended to use the migrants.
My gosh.
You guys need to be careful what you wish for.
Oh, we didn't talk about Biden deciding to go back on his original decisions about the wall. No, we're not going to build the wall. Guess what?
We're going to build the wall.
We're going to add 20 more miles.
Now,
to it
if you had done this 3 years ago and continued doing that 3 years ago, he's doing this for political reasons now because of the outcry. He's not doing it for humanitarian reasons. He doesn't care about us at all. He doesn't give a rat's rear end about me.
Last year of his presidency, he's running again. So guess what?
Yep, he's got to do something now. So what's he going to do?
Over 2 million immigrants have crossed the border since October of last year.
I got how many?
2 million.
Oh my God.
And right now
where are they? Else there?
Well, I think we have quite a bit in New York City, and that's why the mayor there is just.
Oh, the mayor has also taken. He's changed his mind too.
He certainly has.
I know. Get them here. We can't afford them. Well, turn them around. Send them to Chicago. That would be the battle of the mayors or the governors, wouldn't it? That would be fun.
Well, I don't know that I should tell you to save your money for Saturday's lottery ticket, which is now estimated to be $1.4 billion.
Is it Saturday or Friday?
I said Saturday.
Oh.
The odds of winning are 1 in approximately 2 million, which are slightly better than your chances of winning Mega Millions, which is 1 in about 303 million. But your chances of getting eaten by a shark are 1 in 264 million. And struck by lightning, about 1 in a million. So you have better chances to get bit by a shark or hit by lightning than winning a Powerball ticket.
Oh, great.
Well, that just made my day. The news. Oh, wow.
We got it, right?
Yes.
In about 3 weeks, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
what day is it on this year?
I don't know.
That's a lot.
Ahead of Halloween, a candy with a rolling ball attached to a holder has been recalled following the death of a 7-year-old girl earlier this year. So, Costco candy of turkey.
Now, because
well, if I buy it now, I'll probably eat it before then. All right, guys, it's been a wild and wonderful week. We do appreciate all of y'all. So you can stand by. It is time. It's time for sports talk and
Chris Rainer.
And what do they call that? It's time to roll. We'll see you Monday.
To rumble.
97.1 and 1120 AM WSME, Camp Lejeune, Jacksonville, and worldwide at WSME971.com.
You are listening to Sports Talk with Chris Rayner on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM WSME.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get